What we doing right now?
About to hit up this mock walkout. Get ready to simulate fight night. Get locked in, man.
Yes, sir.
People don't understand, man. This be the most anticipated moment of the fight, is the walkout. You see guys walking out. You see them come back, bloody faces, busted up nose, lip. That shit fuck with your mind a little bit. You hear the crowd going. Hear the crowd going wild. They're either booing or cheering. Announcers is going. Music is blowing. You gotta perform under pressure.
You got 3 1-minute rounds, 30-second rest. We got Garrison Thomas in the blue corner. We got Elijah Smith in the red corner. Let's go. I got to bring it in. Blue corner, you got any questions for me? Red corner, you got any questions for me? Okay, you can touch gloves down. 7 in the range, good. There we go.
You know, my ups and downs. This fight camp it wasn't the hardest fight camp, but it was definitely a mental battle. The hardest, one of the hardest mental battles that I've been through in this fight camp. There's been times where I felt like I didn't have it. Like times where I felt like, damn, am I still that guy? Self-doubt, but I had to keep pushing. And everybody, if you see me now, but if this is your first time seeing me in a while, I cut my hair. I needed a restart. I needed a redo. I was going crazy, stressing out. I was actually already pretty low on weight. I was hanging around like 147, 148. But I just had to dial in and really believe myself. And it's nice to have somebody, you know, guys like, when I come to the gym, guys who are looking up to me, saying that they believe in me through my ups and downs, and having my father and my family, my daughter, my girlfriend, you know, just everybody always surrounding me and just, you know, uplifting me. Sometimes, you know, you just need somebody to lift you up. You know, you find yourself lifting other people up, but then you look around, you're like, damn, who's there to lift me up? So to always have that support system is something always big. You know, everybody goes through their own ups and downs. Everybody goes through their own problems, but you know, it's okay to listen to somebody and hear them out and just help them out through the process. But yeah, but for this fight, you know, I've been so dialed in. I'm focused, man. I'm just.
And we've seen that you recently, for this camp, have been training a little bit more at Factory X.
Yeah.
We see there's some posts, you talking to Anthony Lionheart-Smith.
Yeah.
Getting to spar a couple of the guys that, I mean, we've all come to known in the UFC rankings.
Yeah.
What is that like, just, you know, chopping it up and getting that experience to be able to talk to somebody who's going through the motions, who already been where you've been at and overcome these challenges?
Yeah, you know, shout out to Factory X. You know, we for the people who know the history between Factory X and Victory, my dad used to train there. Then my dad, once he finished retiring, he became a full-time coach, and we started, you know, fighting those guys. And in the beginning, like during pandemic, we had a little rough start, but we got through it, hashed it out, and now we're grateful that they're welcoming us to go up there and come train with them. Shout out to guys like Brandon Royval, Chris Gutierrez, Anthony Smith, but guys who are up and coming like Jacoby Jones and I forgot what the other guy's name, but to see that I'm getting into their shoes, like they're where they're at, they're getting ready to go to the Dana White Contender Series, and that's where I'm trying to get to. So, and they started exactly where I am right now. So to see them, you know, do what they're doing and showing that it's possible, you know, if you just put the work in, you know, it's a lot of hard work. You know, those guys up there, you know, I've had good rounds, I've had tough fucking tough ass rounds up there where I just got my ass kicked. But it's like that's where I need to be. You know, I'm always here. Home victory is always home. But it's something to be said, you know, to going out there and getting exposed to guys who are, you know, either who are at the next level. You know, they'll show you a lot of shit in your, or a lot of game or holes in your game that you need to fix. And just being there and just listening to their wisdom, like Anthony Smith, one time I had some tough rounds. He just told me, like, that's just gonna happen. Every day is not gonna be your day. So just being able to take those tough rounds as well as you take your good rounds. You know, you're gonna have your ups, you're gonna have your downs. So yeah, and shout out to Mark Montoya. You know, again, it's a blessing to be able to go up there and train with all those guys up there, and just be able to learn and, you know, add a little different things to my arsenal that can make me better. That's been the biggest thing, because you know, you don't find that kind of generosity anywhere. But every time I go up there, they treat me like I'm a part of their team, and that makes me feel really good. That makes me feel like, you know, we're building on this relationship.
Now, one more question for you. When Elijah Smith wakes up the next day after his loss, and he looks in the mirror. Now coming, you know, getting prepared for this fight, what does Elijah Smith see in the mirror?
I see a different guy. I see a different fighter with a different mentality. I think I was, before the loss, you know, I was riding on such a high horse. Not saying I wasn't humble, but I was definitely feeling myself. Feeling like I was on top of the world, thinking like nobody could stop me. And now Elijah Smith, after the loss, is now seeing that it can be anybody's night on any given day. So being humble and taking every step of this journey, I can't take it for granted. You know, I gotta really embrace the grind. I gotta love the grind. And like I said, like, I've learned so much within that one loss that it's like, ooh. I had to really sit back and just like really clear myself, you know. A lot of people, they would have took, you know, and I'm only 20 years old. I turned 21 on the 5th of September. I fight on the 1st. So I mean, I'm still young in my career, so I decided to take a little bit of time off to really, one, enjoy myself, get my mental state, get my physical state back to where it needs to be. Cause I was fucked up. I was fucked up off that loss. Cause one, I didn't think people would look at me the same. Like, oh snap, like Elijah, we're so used to seeing him run through everybody. And to see him finally get stopped, it's like, And maybe that's just too much of my ego, but I feel like I put a lot on my shoulders, because I know how good I can be. I know how good I can be, and when I fall short of something, like, everybody tells me, like, it's all good. Like, yeah, I feel you. You know, there's a lot of lessons to be learned when you lose, but it's like, I don't have time. Like, I don't have time. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that, you know, it's alright, you know, we'll get, fuck that. I want to get back into it. Like, I want to get back on the win streak right now. I want people to respect me. I want people to respect my name. You know, and this life, you know, this life that we live, we don't live forever. You know, it's really short. It's really short. So how can I make a statement now before my time is up? You know, you never know when your day is gonna come.
Where do we go from here?
We go back to the gym, win, lose, or draw. Go back to the gym, get around your family, tell them that you love them. We get right back on the grind. This shit don't stop until I say we stop. We just finished up the mock walkout / 30 seconds of the fight. Did with my boy Garrison. We simulated the walkout. You know, give it a good feel of what it's gonna feel like come a fight night. The guy's from Houston, so we kind of figured that, you know, the crowd would be more you know, more amped up for the hometown kid. So we had all of our gym members, you know, showing out, booing me and showing out for my teammate Garrison, just to give out that good feel. And that first 30 seconds is very detrimental to the fight. That's how you kind of get your rhythm. You're kind of feeling out the guy. Sometimes guys are coming out wild, so being able to stick and move and staying on your toes feels good. But yeah, just to get that blood, that heart pumping that you get before you walk out to a fight, all those adrenaline rush, get it out tonight. So when fight night comes, we already know what it feels like. We're already immune to it. We're already there.